Hey, everybody, welcome into the building. Happy what? Happy Wednesday. Okay, glad to see y'all all out there. Now, I hope nobody's hopping this train. Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Okay, y'all gotta hit that like button because that's your ticket on this train ride. And ooh, we got a lineup tonight for Trending Topics Wednesday. Okay, we about to get it in. But before we get it in, and I did see some earlier, but I'm gonna need y'all to throw in that chat of what? A choo choo. Okay, I need a choo choo in the chat. And listen, everybody, I'm about to board this train. Okay, somebody keep a eye on the ticket count for me there. Make sure that everybody's actually purchasing their ticket. Okay, let us know what ticket number you are, but hit that like button, purchase your ticket. And yes, that's right. Put a choo choo in the chat. Are y'all ready, y'all? Choo choo! All aboard, everybody. I'm about to board this train for Wednesday night trending topics. And let me do before we board this train, let me tell you what's gonna go down tonight. LL Cool J and Jay-Z. Jay-Z Petty. Hello, Petty. He had a little beef back with LL back in the day. And he throws this coveted, prestigious Rock Nation brunch before the Grammys. But he won't give LL no ticket. Come on, Jay-Z. You ever heard of forgiveness? Messy. We're going to talk about it. Then we got another airline issues. What's going on? What's happening in the air these days? Got a little airline issues. A seat reclining back. The person in the back was pissed that the first person in front of them reclined their seat. She kept kicking and hitting the seat the whole plane ride. And at the end, when they landed, that passenger told her, I had enough of you. She was done. Then we got to end this thing with Eboni K. Williams. You know, Eboni did, I'm going to call it a partial season. I mean, it was a whole season, but I don't know, you know what? I'm going to call it a partial season on the Real Housewives of New York. And when she came up there was the disillusion of that series. And now they're trying to recast it and do a remix on it. And they didn't even have a reunion that year. And all her castmates was pissed at her. They blamed the non-reunion on her. Well, now she has her own show, own podcast, whatever it is she's doing. Okay? She brought Iyanla up there. The guru on life. Iyanla Van Zandt. Okay? Guru on life. Fixing everybody's life but her own. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? Had the guru up there. And Eboni was like, she asked Eboni, would she date a bus driver? Eboni was like, no, not. So y'all was mad at that. If y'all was here for trending topics last night, y'all was mad at that gold digger. But Eboni says she ain't dating no bus driver, but she'll date the owner of the bus company. All right, we're going to get into this, y'all. Let me bring this monthly ticket up and hold up in the building. Okay, you ready? Hey, Robin.
ROBBIN. I am Robin. Yes, I am. I'm ready. I'm sorry. You said you have any hip I am ready. My fake makeup man impression. Here we go.
Okay, thank you, Robin. All right, choo choo. We about to do this tonight. Hey, Maria.
Hey, beautiful people. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Choo choo. Okay. Get your tickets, people. Get your tickets. Hey, E.
Hi, happy Wednesday. Choo choo.
Choo choo. I love it. Oh my goodness. Are we serving tonight on the train? We serving drinks. Hey, Chef Cam.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing? You ready to work, or should I call HR off the bat?
He sounds like he's chilling.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel like I'm what?
Chilling.
You sound.
Yeah. Okay. You know, look, it ain't open yet, so I ain't working yet.
Oh.
Everything's set up. Don't worry about it. We good.
Okay. Hey, Julius.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Talking about my favorite kind of era of music right now. You know, 90s hip hop, okay?
Oh.
Baby. It's 70s and 80s. Hello.
We gonna
get into it. Listen, I know it all. Even from like the oldies from like the 50s. You know, I was taught.
Okay. Hey, Sebastian.
Hey, Diva. Hey, everyone on the panel. I'm not going to behave today, so don't even ask.
You starting already. Woo! Hey,
I love you,
Shan.
Sebastian. I swear.
He messed it.
Hey, Choo Choo.
Choo
Hey,
choo. We're glad to
Shan.
see you.
Hey, Auntie Robin. Hey, everybody.
Hey, hey, Adele.
Hi.
How are you? Hey, Emmanuel.
Hey everyone, what's good?
Was good. Listen, people, we got full house on the train tonight talking about choo-choo. Now listen, we're going to behave. Even though the drink car is open, okay? I hope so. You got some food over there, Chef Kev. You cannot be serving the alcoholic drinks without feeding the people, getting them a little something on their stomach, okay? And
we're good.
Okay, and for me, thanks for my tea, Chef Kev. All right, yeah, that's right. Make the train and listen, everybody. Hit that like button. That's your ticket on this train ride. So y'all ready to get started? We're about to pull into the first stop, and this first stop has to do with LL Cool J and Jay-Z. Now listen. These two had beef. You know, one said it was in high school. The other one, you know, they don't remember the exact date. They just remember they had beef, right? So my thing is, if you can't even remember really what y'all beefing about, what's the problem? Can we not have some forgiveness? Can somebody put in the chat hashtag forgiveness? I mean, are we not going to be forgiving people out in this world? This is insanity, right? So LL Cool J went on Club Shay Shay, okay? Asked the question. I think it was Club Shay Shay. I'm about to share. Asked a little question, and the host asked him, "What's up with you and Jay-Z? Have you ever been to the Rock Nation brunch that happens before the Grammys?" He said, "No, I didn't get no invite." He said, "Maybe I didn't get an invite because, you know, back in the day I teased them a little bit." But he said, "What's the deal? What's up? I can't get no chicken fingers just because I teased you." We're going to talk about, come on now, Black Panthers. Hashtag forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness, people. That's going to be our theme for tonight. Forgive. All right. So let's share this screen. Let's talk about this. Let's share this screen. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Let's talk about LL Cool J. So, all right. Let me get rid of this right here so we can see their face. LL Cool J. So teasing teenage Jay-Z, he said, "Kill my Rock Nation brunch invite." What's the deal? Make no sense. Look at those two right there. Jay-Z, we're going to need you to get over this. Be a big boy. Be a grown man. Get over it. Invite our LL and his wife to this brunch that everybody goes to. Okay? So let's see. Let's X that out there. LL Cool J is pleading no contest in the case of allegedly laughing at Jay-Z's freestyles when the latter was in high school. Alleged LL doesn't exactly recall anything happening. At any rate, the Rock the Bells creator suspects his long ago mocking of Jay could be the reason he's never been invited to the Rock Nation brunch. Now I'm gonna play 30 seconds of this video, y'all, and I gotta cut it off exactly at 30. Because y'all know, can everybody mute? I'm hearing a little bit of background noise. I'm going to cut it off exactly at 30 because, you know, it gets problematic. Hold on now.
LL Cool J laughed at Jay-Z while he was rapping in high school. I just saw this too.
Give your man a pass on that nonsense, man. It's ridiculous. Hey, man, I love everybody.
Right.
Look, I don't have no problems with none of these guys, man. Like, if I laughed, okay.
But did y'all go to the same high school?
I laughed at you, so that I can't have no brunch.
Have you been to the brunch?
for false.
Hey, man. You're like, yeah, he was laughing at me in high school.
All right. I had to cut it off because, you know, they get sensitive. They're going to flag me, okay? But it said LL was being quizzed inside Big Boy's neighborhood about some of his iconic career mysteries when the topic of battling Jay-Z came up. While LL can't remember teasing a young Jay, he doesn't see the big deal because, well, it was freaking high school after all, okay? And they're in their 50s. Like, come on. How many years? That's over 3 decades. Like, stop. Despite his hazy memory, LL knows for fact he's never been invited to the yearly Grammy weekend shindig, and now he's wondering if his rise cracks has anything to do with it. Jay actually remembered things slightly differently in 2003 interview with Sway Calloway. He says he confronted LL outside a club, not in a high school hallway, and he didn't hit at losing the battle either. Okay, so he said, I ain't lose no battle. I don't know what LL talking about, but whatever. It was way back when. But these two also didn't see eye to eye. Remember Jay-Z? He did a short stint as Def Jam president in the mid 2000s. Okay, and that's when LL left the label because him and Jay-Z couldn't see together creatively, and LL said, I'm out. But he says, this is what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. There's no brunch to be had. Okay, so our boy, Jay-Z is messed up. Can't come to the Rock the Nation brunch. Rock the Nation brunch for the Grammys is just like getting an invite to the Met Gala. It's like the who's who's. Okay, thank you, Trent, for the super chat. Are the Brat and Buddy, Julie, on the docket tonight? No, they are not. They may come on Friday night, and you talking about them with the donor and calling them Jimmy the Cricket. That was different, but they're not on the docket tonight. But thank you, Trent, for the super chat. Truly appreciate you. Okay. So, guys, when we go around and talk about this, we're talking about, can't we just forgive? And why can't LL Cool J and his wife get an invitation like everybody else to this Rock the Nation brunch? Are we not going to grow up? It's 3 decades or 4 decades later or something like that. Robin, I'm starting with you.
Yeah. Well, my guess is this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Jay-Z is worried that at his cookout, if he invites LL and they start telling those back in the day stories, he's going to tell people that Jay-Z didn't have the skills. Like he couldn't like battle rap. And as a matter of fact, I remember there was word that he had some old tapes that he had, and they were really bad. And he was trying to get them because he didn't want it out. And so I think the problem is that their unmatched skills. It seems like they were probably in 9th grade. They went to the same high school, and they were in the lunchroom, and they were doing some rap battle. And Jay probably fell flat on his face, and he has never recovered because when it be us people in the place, it just don't work. But before we go on, can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Since we're on the topic, I'm the hip hop nerd. I like to just once again shout out hip hop because this year celebrating 50 years.
Amen.
It actually started in my old neighborhood and Divas in El Bronx, Nueva York. I want to shout out to Kool Herc, the DJ who really started this all with the jams. He's being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. And that's it. But I just think that Jay is scared that LL is going to tell the story. And somebody, just like we dig up stuff, they got to come up with one of his really bad mixtapes. And I think that it's probably more Jay-Z than LL. Because I bet you now, you can't, if you ask Jay-Z to spit some rhymes right now, he will have to fumble. But that's it. They're still good, cool, and successful. But I'm LL because I will be at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop all day, every day, waiting for LL Cool J to pass my way.
All right now, hello. Black Panthers, unfortunately, Diva, that's the immaturity of some people. I'm the youngest of 10. I have a brother 3 years older than me, and he's still stuck on childhood crap. Hasn't spoken to me since I was 8. Wow.
What?
Woo. Woo. That's deep. Thank you for sharing, Black Panthers. Yeah, I guess so. Royer, is forgiveness in your heart? Is forgiveness in the building? Should my LL Mama Said Knock You Out get a ticket to this Rock Nation brunch? What are your thoughts?
Forgiveness is always welcome, but in my head, I don't understand why LL is so concerned about this. To me, he's at a level to why would you even want to be around these industry type people anyways? Because normally at this brunch, it's very young, up and coming new artists. They're not really interested in hanging out with LL Cool J, in my opinion. I mean, I'm just speaking the facts. That's what be there. The young industry folks, you know, and to me, when I see LL Cool J, because I do follow him on Instagram, he's around big name people like what's the basketball player? Y'all know I'm not the sports guy, but what's the EJ Johnson's dad?
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. He's around you know, people of that magnitude. The Mathis, Judge Mathis and his wife, you know, I just feel like he's on the upper echelon of people, and the people at that party is not. That's just my opinion, though. That's what I see. That, you know, I see his wife. I don't see them hanging out with people like Usher and Beyonce and Tiana Taylor, and I just don't see that.
Yeah, but he wants a chicken finger. He wants to go to the Rock Nation brunch. Can we get some forgiveness?
You that desperate for a chicken finger to go to the Rock Nation brunch? Like,
I'm mad at you right now. It's on the level of the Met Gala. It's Jay-Z, the billionaires.
Well, he wasn't at the Met Gala either.
See, y'all messy. Okay, I'm about to go to E. Allie, thank you for the super chat. They didn't go to high school together. LL was mad because after Kevin Liles left, this is true, he thought he would be named president of Def Jam. And you know what? Don't get me emotional right now. He should have been. And he should have been. Why? Because like you said, he was there since its inception, but they gave it to Jay-Z. And that was so disrespectful. And I don't even want to go back there. I don't want to go back to that time in my memory. But you know what? Thank you for the super chat. They disrespected LL. The madness. All right now. Whew. E. What are your thoughts? Are we doing forgiveness?
Yeah, I think so. But I still agree with Royer. But what did Sebastian say on Saturday about Smokey and Diana? He said, this is how these people do marketing. So, and remember, my analogy was, I'm sleeping with Trey Songz, y'all, allegedly. Spread the word. Tell everybody I'm marketing. So, going on the radio and talking about your grievances, I guess this is how these people do marketing. So I'm going to start saying Beyonce didn't invite me to the Destiny Fulfilled tour, and I'm marketing. Everybody go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I haven't started one yet, but still, that's marketing. Anyways, Jay-Z sure does make a lot of enemies to be a family man. That's what I got from this when I was listening to it. You would think he would learn to be more diplomatic when he has a son and 2 daughters.
Come on now.
But you never know how your public karma can boomerang and, God forbid, hit your kids in this game of life. See, Black men love to hold grudges and stick it to their enemies every chance they get. And they say that this is a man thing. But when a Black woman is scorned and bitter, she's encouraged to forgive. This is what the Black men say to the women: forgive, take the high road, and don't block your blessings. So this is why I say I am for the forgiveness, because this is something that a man would say to a woman, right? So I think that, you know, and Black men can't even get along with each other. So how do they expect to get along with their own women and kids? Invite LL to the brunch and forgive that man the same way Beyonce forgave you for Becky with the good hair. Serve lemonade at the brunch and everybody have a great day.
Oh my.
I don't have to. I can forgive you and still not invite you to my party. I don't have to invite you to my world. I can still forgive you. So
that's the both worlds, though.
No,
that's the both worlds. Michelle, that's right. He won a wing. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with him wanting a piece of chicken? Thank you, E. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Robin. Shan, you're up. Can LL get an invite to the Rock Nation brunch? This is ridiculous.
Forgiveness is all cute and everything. We should forgive, you know. But if B got a problem with me, she got a problem with me forever. Okay.
Oh,
period.
See, I don't do this.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I will forgive, but like Royer said, I'm forgiving you, but I'm not inviting you to my elite brunch.
Ooh.
Like, I'm sure he wants the people he really, mess with to go to this brunch.
Mhm.
And y'all need to stop teasing people when you're young, because I have a traumatic story, okay? When I was in like middle school and high school, my cousins used to be like, "Oh, you have no rhythm, right?" So
Mhm.
I grew up thinking, damn, I can't dance. To this day, I don't know if I could dance or not, because I still
Aw.
remember my cousin. And I'm Jamaican, right? So my cousins be whining and stuff. And like when I was
Jamaican
younger, I tried
too.
to do it and stuff, right? And
Right.
then I would be like, "Oh, you have no rhythm, right?" So
Mhm.
those are things that live with you forever. Maybe I could be a good dancer, but I'll never know because I feel like I have no rhythm.
Okay.
Me too,
that was-
Shan, and I'm Jamaican, and I don't have any rhythm either.
See, I love E from day one. Not from day one because you was Team Mia, but later on.
Ooh,
One more
okay.
thing. This is how I look at it. From
Yes.
Jay-Z's standpoint,
Yes.
if you were laughing at me when I was trying to come up, now that I'm up, don't try to be my friend.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I understand that side. I hear
Yep.
you, Shan. Shan, y'all don't have no rhythm either, but you know.
Thank you. Y'all make
Come
me
on,
feel
Diva.
so much better.
Okay.
Everybody got rhythm.
I got
You
a
just gotta
nice
find it.
I got a nice little two-step when you help me get on beat to the music. All right. Okay. Sebastian.
I agree with 100% with almost 100% of what E said.
Okay.
If Queen Bee could, I don't know why that slipped out of my mouth. I should have never said Queen Bee. If Beyonce could forgive you for being with Becky with the good hair, you could forgive him. Stop being petty. Stop being a child.
That part.
That's all I have to say.
I appreciate you. Hashtag forgiveness. Julius, what are your
Hashtag
thoughts?
forgive, but don't forget.
Oh.
Don't invite him. You
Thank
can't
you,
hurt words.
Sebastian.
But I forgive you
God.
though.
Yikes. Julius, what are your thoughts?
LL ain't worried about Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put one of Jay-Z's songs into the motion here. I got 99 problems, but it ain't one.
Mm.
That's LL's whole point. He ain't worried.
Come on.
He just got done making that big old check from NCIS Los Angeles.
Okay.
And you could tell Big Boy was just hyping up the conversation.
Okay.
Like they
right
had
now.
the whole
Michelle said, okay now. Okay.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
At the time had a right to be in his feelings.
Yes.
Did he wrongly direct it at Jay?
Mhm.
I can see that he should have directed it at the guy who was the incarnate of Def Jam. But look at him now. He living his best life.
He is, but you know what, Jersey Girl 68, you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to.
Royalties, boo. The mainstream checks, yes, but there's always the royalties, just like in the music.
And the fourth tour of the summer.
Come on, Julius, talk about the royalties, okay?
Like, listen.
Come on, and Julius, talk about that tour he going on this summer.
Listen,
the fourth tour. Jay-Z ain't invited.
He just hit a whole
She
ride.
said NCIS was canceled.
Like, listen. LL's about to
You
do
see,
his music,
no,
then he about to get
Jersey,
into
wait,
some acting.
yeah, Jersey Girl 68, that's so wrong. He didn't get a ticket to Rock Nation brunch, and now you want to sit here and talk about NCIS.
Still love you, Jersey Girl.
I cannot. That is just
Hashtag
so
canceled in the chat, y'all.
Maria, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Julius, thank you. Right? He got money. He not worried about a brunch, but I still think he should get a ticket to the Rock Nation brunch because everybody at the
give
Grammys
me
go.
a chicken wing too at this rate. Let me get a chicken wing and some Roscoe chicken and waffles.
Come on. Chef Kev, you're in the building. Rock Nation brunch. Everybody.
Are you Jamaican? You can't whine. What's wrong with you?
Oh my God, it's a traumatic story.
Are you Jamaican? You can't whine. What's wrong with you now? We're gonna yell you can't whine.
All right.
Who really? I mean, it's something that happened. I don't think L really cares. And just to be honest with you, DMX was mad at him too because he was shelving the albums and he wasn't releasing it.
He was a bad president. He was a bad president.
He was bringing out. He was focused on the new guys.
Yep.
But he was shelving their albums. And LL made a good comment. He said, "How can you be the president if you're my competition?" And so basically, he had his clique, like Ludacris, people who was down with him, and he was releasing their albums, but he wasn't releasing LL Cool J album and stuff like that. So they became, because DMX had beef with him too about that. So he had shelved his album. So I mean, it is what it is. But I don't think LL lives
he shelved DMX album. Jay-Z did.
No, Jay-Z. Yeah, he shelved DMX album
because he was the president of Def Jam at the time. Yeah. But Chef Kev.
Yes.
Stay focused. Are we giving forgiveness here? Can LL not does he care, whatever, can he get a invite to the Rock Nation brunch? Everybody at the Grammys is at this brunch. It's equivalent to the people that go to the Met Gala. The Rock Nation brunch. It's a big thing.
Why don't he have his own
brunch? I don't think he cares.
Thanks, Chef Kev.
I don't think he cares.
You.
I would just have my own brunch and be petty and make it better.
Now you're gonna be petty.
Shan was trying to bring up LL's song. I can make it better. Baby, smile for me. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Adele, you usually the level-headed one. Are we doing forgiveness? Can LL get an invite to the Rock Nation brunch? Maybe he want a waffle. Maybe he wants some scrambled eggs. You're on mute, Adele. I think you're still on mute. You got yourself, hit it once. Let's see if we can help get you off of mute here. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'll come back to you. Emmanuel, can we get LL at this Rock Nation brunch? Should I write to Jay-Z?
Well, first of all, I agree with what E said. Jay-Z seems to have a lot of enemies. How about you go and drop some beats in the studio instead of, having all these beef with these people, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I will agree with Royer when he said, like, are you that desperate to go? Like, I wouldn't want to go somewhere where I wasn't wanted either. You said, Diva, he really wanted chicken finger. Well, he should go to Raising Cane's and get him a combo and be at peace.
We being petty tonight.
Petty. Y'all being petty. Okay, he just asked you. I'm just asking if you know what Sean Carter, Jeffrey, Epstein, and R. Kelly did. You would feel different about him. Just Google. Okay.
Oh,
they settled out.
Sean,
all right.
His government.
Right. Ouch. You don't want to go down there tonight.
Yes, let's talk about some things.
Woo, you don't want to go there tonight. Not Raising Cane's. See, y'all messy. You're messy.
It's good.
Messy.
It's good.
Adele, maybe try to go out and come back in. I don't think you could unmute your mic for some reason.
I've never had Raising Cane's,
and I can't. I can't unmute it. Okay. All right, guys. Well, all right. Before we move on to the next story, I gotta ask the people in the chat: are y'all giving? Are y'all for forgiveness? Do you want to give Jay-Z a ticket?
She's off mute now, Diva.
Okay, yes. Okay, Adele. What are you
Sorry
into forgiveness? Yes, you're okay. Go ahead.
I am under the thought that a chicken finger at a Waffle House is not the same as a chicken finger at Jay-Z and Beyonce's party.
Come on now.
Just for the journey that they've been on, no matter what especially high school. Unless there's something that we don't know.
Right.
Maybe it was a girl thing, because I know a lot of times where a man's ego is hurt to the point where they're not going to forgive, it's usually about a girl.
Yes.
So maybe there's something maybe there's something we don't know, but beyond everything else that we do know, it's time for them to laugh. Like, even if you laughed at him, those stories are for you to sit around. eat the chicken and laugh and talk about how, you guys used to battle and this one said this and the other one said that. And, after they've both been lasting in the game for so long, what else is there to do? Because they're both laughing now. They both should be laughing about the journey.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what Craig talking about, but you said y'all need to get your life together and find yourself a man because you're so talkative and phony and see a therapist and y'all ain't talking about nothing and have a blessed day and go home now. Okay.
Oh,
Find yourself here.
Craig is a clown.
No, Craig sound mad. Is that Sean Carter on his alias page?
And
okay. All right. Whatever, Craig. Thanks for stopping by and prayers to you too. Okay. So hashtag forgiveness. Okay. That's what we're saying. Some of us are like, you know what? No.
Hashtag canceled.
JL said petty forever. See that?
Amen. That's me.
That's so messy. Okay.
Hashtag
so listen, guys. All right, guys. So we're about to move this train into the next stop. Okay. I'm giving forgiveness. I'm not sure about everybody else, but in my eyes, LL, you can have a ticket to the Rock Nation brunch. Okay. All right. So yes. Now we're going to move on to the next stop. Okay. That's right. Before I move on, because I heard that some of y'all are hopping this train. Craig probably hopped the train. Get security. Get him out of here. Okay. So listen, guys, hit that like button, okay? That's your ticket on this train ride, and we're about to move this train along. I don't know what's going on in the air these days. Last week for trending topics, we had a situation on the airplane, okay? The man was mad because the baby was crying. Now we got another situation on the airplane.
Wait, you're forgetting something else, Diva.
Huh? Yes.
Diva, you're forgetting Designer and his Vaseline and
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, what is going on in the air? Okay, one person pleasuring themselves, the other person pissed that the baby is crying, and now we got a chick. She's piping hot mad. She's piping hot mad because she reclined her seat and she said, "I got a right to recline my seat." And the person behind her was taunting her the whole ride, kicking her seat. And what you know what I like about this particular rider, this particular passenger? She held on to it till they landed. And she let her have it. So I got a right to recline my seat. Now let's look at this. We're going to get into this. Okay, hold on one second. Look at this passenger here. Delta Airlines, honey. These flight attendants, they need hazard pay. Hit that like button, y'all. All right, let's talk about
Give them a raise. They deserve a raise.
They deserve a raise, bonuses, and all of that good stuff. And not only just their family fly for free, family, friends, neighbors. This is too much. Delta Airlines passengers brawl over seat recliner. Okay? Whew, good goodness. I don't know. I'm about to go on vacation in this month. I don't know. Airlines should consider giving out seat recliner etiquette guides along with their complimentary bag of peanuts. I know that's right. And the latest seat reclining drama, passengers aboard a Delta Airlines flight got into a brawl when one woman accused another of pushing her seat for the entirety of their flight. Another traveler a few rows behind the flight caught the heated argument on video with the Delta passengers shouting and accusing each other of rudeness and bad behavior. They started a whole situation with everybody. The whole trip, she pushed my seat. The annoyed woman yelled to what appears to be the couple behind her. "I'm allowed to put my seat back," she repeated 3 times. Now, let's see if we could play this. I can only play a smidgen. So hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on one second. We're going to hear this passenger lose it.
The whole trip, she pushed my seat. No, you seen it. No, she didn't. She put, no. I'm allowed to put my seat back. I'm allowed to put my seat back. I'm allowed to put my seat back.
Okay, I had to stop it, guys, because she's allowed to put her seat back. Okay? It's a whole hot mess. The accused passengers can be heard denying the aggressive actions as another passenger appeared to be exiting the plane. Okay? Listen, guys, it's something about the air. I don't know. Should everybody get Xanax or something before they get on the plane?
Baby.
Some
Good
gummies.
God. Woo! Some gummies, something.
Yeah.
We
Some
need to give
cigarette
out
weed.
something. Emmanuel, she's allowed to put her seat back. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, everything would be so much more peaceful. Everybody just put on their AirPods, zoned out, took some gummies, took something, because they be getting crazy. Every time I go on my timeline, I see videos of people just fighting and arguing. And yeah, I mean, I don't really fly that much, so I haven't really experienced anything. So I hope that when I do, I don't experience something like that, because it's too much.
Team too much. Natasha said, I never recline. It's too tight. It is tight. So, but they make it. I don't know the answer to this, but yeah, it is. It's tight. It's tight. Yeah. Whew. I don't like flying either, but some places the only way you could get there quick is to fly. Adele, she's allowed to put her seat back.
Well, I think Queen Latifah said it best in Last Holiday. Like, the airlines are cheap, and they want to put recliners where they know there's no space, and then allow the passengers to be fighting. Because she said, like, how are you gonna fly somewhere with another person in your lap? That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not her. And there's not even any argument here. It's been an age-old back and forth. Like, I've been into places where this was an argument. So it's like, until the airlines realize there's not enough space, or even buses, because I was on a bus where this happened also. There's not enough space. Do not put a reclining seat in an area where there's not enough space for people to recline. Period.
All right. Well, she need to take up her fight with Delta. Woo,
there you go.
It's hot. But she said 3 times. Okay, y'all better get this straight. I'm allowed to put my seat back. Chef Cab, what are your thoughts? She's pissed.
She need to fly first class. If you can't, I don't know what to tell you. We all know the planes are tight. This is nothing new unless you never flew before.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that I have to spend extra money because of my size, or I make sure I get an aisle seat, or I register early. But you have to put yourself in that situation. So it's for her. She sounded like she was in the middle seat. I couldn't really see the video, but if she was in the middle seat, you're kind of stuck. So somebody's going to recline back, and then you recline your seat back. That gives you more room. So if she had a problem with it, she should have flew first class. But the woman, I applaud the fact that the woman waited to the end of the flight before she said something.
I do agree with that.
She didn't start nothing in the air. She waited to the end of the flight.
Right.
Then she had something to say. So, but yeah, the airlines, they're going to try to get every inch of space they can get. So they get every dollar they can get, and that's just facts.
Yeah. And you're right. I will tell you this: when people recline their seat, it does lessen your room, and then you feel bad, but you got to recline your seat back so you can have some room. So everybody got to lean back. What can you do? Lean back. Come on now, Robin. Right, lean back, because it's tight. It's tight. And luckily for me, like I'm not talking about necessarily. I'm talking about the height. Like I'm little. So I could maneuver myself around and make myself comfortable, but that's not for everybody. It's messed up. Julius, she's pissed. She has the right to recline. What are your thoughts?
Ay.
You said it.
Ay. Like, she could pull her seat back all she wants, but just don't cut off the person's circulation behind you. I probably believe that's what she was doing. And that person was just like, Mama, let me have some leg room here, because, she probably needed the table. She was probably having a sleep of her Chardonnay, or she was reading. I mean, there's over a seat. Come on now.
Well, it wasn't just over the seat. You know what it was? Since she reclined her seat, the woman behind her kept knocking the seat Instead of asking her, can you put it up a little bit? She felt like if she kept knocking on her seat, she would put it up. Now that's where the messed up part came in. Now I do have a right to recline my seat.
Mm-hmm. We all do.
Ask me to put up my seat, but what you can't do is keep knocking on my seat the whole time because you're pissed because I reclined it. That's why she got mad.
But the thing about it is, though, all we hear is this lady yelling, right?
Mm-hmm.
All we know is the girl probably did ask her to pull up the seat just a little bit, and the lady refused. So then, do I agree? Do I agree with going petty? No, but sometimes is it necessary? Yes.
Yep.
Ooh, so you said sometimes you're not doing a Michelle Obama. Michelle said when they go low, we go high. You going low?
I take the high approach first.
Okay.
Right? But if that's gonna be ignored, then I'm gonna
Julius, I'm
No, Julius is better when you just do the slow push against the back of the seat.
I act like I'm giving her a massage from her husband. She'll get the hint then.
Y'all messy. Sebastian, what do you think?
Listen, when I'm in the air, I don't like to be disturbed. I don't. Which is why before I fly, I usually take some melatonin or drink some chamomile tea or something. But if I'm asleep and your chair is reclined like that to annoy me, I will give you 2 warnings.
2 warnings?
You have 2 warnings.
Wow.
Where I tell you to fix your chair. And if you don't, words may have to come out of my mouth, and I may end up on the no-fly list because it could get very dirty. Because one thing I do know is when I'm in the plane, that is the time where I feel I need to be calm and relaxed because I'm up in the air and I'm not on land. So you better not test my patience when I'm in the air. And if you do, I will. The ticking time bomb that's in me will explode. And will probably land me on the no-fly list. But thank God. God knows that that could happen to me. So he makes sure that has never happened. So we're gonna keep it like that. And another thing is, I'm not flying commercial when I'm doing these flights anyway. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not flying economy.
Yeah, what about us people that gotta be in economy? Just because we gotta be in economy, that means that anything goes. That's why they put design in the back of the plane so he could give us a show because we don't have no money.
This is the issue. Right. I'm gonna have to explain this. Back in the day, we all seen the former photos of planes. The planes were spaced out, were nicely seated. People sat at tables back in the day because flying was something that was luxurious. Then they decided to make it for the regular schmegular everyday individual. Now everyone has to sit in a row with 3 or 4 people and a tight plane. When you know you cannot accustom yourself to that, you make sure you upgrade to first class or you don't fly. I understand that some people say, well, I don't have the economic standards. Well, sorry, then maybe if you know you can't have the patience or whatever, you probably should not even be on a plane. That's it.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
That's that part. Oh my. Shan, what are your thoughts?
# be considerate.
Okay.
Put your seat back, but you don't have to be obnoxious about it. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm always considerate of the people next to me, whatever. And this gotta be Spirit. Is it Sprint? This gotta be Sprint.
It's Delta.
Oh, Delta? I was just about to say I love Delta. Okay, never mind. I think she was just looking for attention. The thing is, people haven't been on a plane so long because of the pandemic. So now the people don't know how to act in confined spaces. They don't know how to act with other people around. People lost etiquette. People already didn't have any etiquette, but then now, since everybody's been isolated, I feel like people don't have any people skills. They're not considerate. Like, girl, all that energy for what?
Because she was kicking my chair the whole flight.
I would kick your chair. You cutting off my circulation. # what Julia said. Don't cut off circulation. But I would say, excuse me, ma'am, I pay for my seat just like you. Move your ass up. Sorry. Move up a little bit in a nice way. You know? I feel like people just overreact to everything. Everything is a big issue. Like, relax, calm down. Me on my when I fly, because I'm going on vacation, okay? I like to be zen. I feel excited. I'm listening to my music. Like Emmanuel said, put your AirPods in and shut up.
Right. But don't kick the back of my seat.
Don't cut off my circulation.
Exactly. Don't cut off my circulation. Exactly.
Listen, we got love handles, and the love handles.
Don't come for me unless I send for you. Exactly.
Good gosh. E, what are your thoughts? She said, I have the right to recline my seat.
Well, I agree with Shan and Sebastian. But Sebastian is better than me because I'm not giving you 2 warnings. 2 is too many. I'm only going to say it once if I'm feeling harmed. I'm never going to repeat myself to a grown person, especially a stranger.
Oh my God.
I've flown over 100,000 miles commercial on Delta. That is my provider of choice, and I've never reclined my seat on all of my. I've never done it, and it's never crossed my mind to even potentially inconvenience the paying customer behind me. That makes no sense. Then they say the woman was mad because the person behind her kept knocking the seat. Well, guess what? If I knock your seat, that means move it. Nobody will have to knock your seat unless it was impeding upon their personal space. Why would I try to speak reasonably or logically to someone who lacks common decency? Like Funky Diney would say, oh, you ghetto fish. You need to be on the Greyhound because you do not have a right to recline your seat back so far that you are leaning into my coochie. If you want to recline your seat, go to Enterprise and Hertz Rental. Go drive to your destination. If you're going overseas, drive to the docking station and take a boat. Just because you have the ability to recline your seat or do something, it doesn't mean you should. I fly Delta all the time. Like I said, never had anything like this happen to me.
Right. Delta is very nice. I like it.
But I would have the person who was knocking the seat and waited until they landed, she's better than me too. Because I would have made this known before takeoff. And I'm not waiting until we land. If you do it while we're in the air, we're going to handle this right here. I don't care if we have to park this plane on the expressway. We're going to get this settled because I am not going to be quiet. Okay? Not with my legs are not going to be cramping. You are not going to be in my coochie. No.
FYI, I just want to mention this, guys. I just want to mention this because of the situation I was in.
Yes.
But once there's a reclining on the seat, the airline or the bus will actually support the person who's reclining. And I was shocked by this because I thought, okay, for me, if I'm sitting and someone's reclining and they said to me, can you pull it up? I'm going to do it just out of courtesy and just for the fact that I don't want to inconvenience anybody, and it's easy to do. But this person insists that they're not going to move it, and the person in the back basically just act like she kept on hitting the thing. When the security came, they came to the person that was hitting the back of the seat, not the person reclined. Yeah. And they were like, stop the bus, and they're like, you need to stop this or you're off.
Yeah, because they make the seats to recline.
That's right.
They tell somebody not to recline if that's the way they made their seat. Yes, right. Bessie. Hey, Nadi. Hey, everybody. Woo, y'all tough crowd. Royer, she had the right to recline her seat. She said it 3 times.
She definitely has a right to recline her seat, but this is gonna sound so bad when I say this, but this is what happens when you just let people who have no etiquette and no, decorum, when you just let them get on a plane and just think that they have control over everything. There's a such thing as flying etiquette. You don't lean your seat back all the way into the person's lap. You lean your seat back just enough to, comfort yourself. We're not in bed. We're not, if you are that tired, like she said, you should have got you a first class seat up somewhere with a sweet recline all the way back and you have space to do all of that. Ma'am, y'all not going a 24-hour flight. You were probably at the most flying 2 to 3 hours. What do you need to recline your seat back for all the way into somebody cootie? It's just not necessary. You could have, and when she asked you to sit your seat up, you could have gently just set your seat up just enough to still be comfortable and to make her comfortable. But no, I don't really want to say what I want to say because I'm not going to take it there. But privilege allows people just to think and do that they can say and do and, act however they want to act. No, she was courteous and asked nicely to lean the seat up. You didn't. Now, personally, I wouldn't have kicked your seat. I would have called the flight attendant. And if the flight attendant didn't handle it how I felt, we would have been stuck in midair because ain't nobody going nowhere until this chick raised her seat up.
I would have kicked it.
Ooh.
I would have kicked that chair.
Ooh. Ooh, that's all I can say.
Same.
Robin.
Yes, Roya said we will park the plane on a cloud.
Oh my God, I cannot.
But listen,
Robin,
just because you can does not mean you should.
Oh,
I too have had those experiences, especially when I was younger. And I used to, when I worked, I was a lobbyist and I did a lot of travel. And when I first started doing it, because I was a solo traveler, you be in your seat and the person in front of you is reclining and you got your tray down. And I remember the first couple of times I was like, I'm not saying anything. But then I was like, oh, I gotta say something. And the first person who like clapped back at me, I was like, excuse me, could you please put your seat up a little bit and this woman in front of me, she had an issue. I was like, all right, because y'all know I told you I can be ratchet. You'll have recognized that. And after I put my little tray up, I spent the entire rest of the flight with both of the flats of my feet planted at the back of that chair, and I just kept push. And
that's
it made me feel
Yorker.
better. Huh?
That's a New Yorker.
Yeah, for real though.
Messy.
Listen,
Auntie, let me ask you this.
Only back then, and the other thing is, over the years, I kind of remember being a kid, and my father was in the military, and so when we moved to the States, of course I was little, but I remember that plane was huge. It had like 2 tiers. It had a spiral staircase in the middle. The people were smoking. That's disgusting. But I know we had room. But over time, because they have like really jacked up this whole concept of economy of scale, and the seats have gotten smaller and smaller, and they've increased in numbers. And then, you have to just know how to work the system, even though these days you can't get the bulkhead seat or sit in the aisle with the exit. That's all. But listen, if people are not going to be courteous, it's okay to just clap back whatever way works for you. And I will kick up your seat in a minute.
Whew. All right. Virgin Love A, thank you for weighing in. Your picture is beautiful. I'm sick of rude passengers as a flight attendant. Okay, so come on. You know what, Virgin Love? Maybe you have to help your company come up with some rules and regulations before you get on this plane. Sign here. You're gonna follow the rules. No, you know what? I got a better idea. You know how y'all do the flight attendants when you get on? They say there's the exits, this, that, there's the mask. Y'all need to give out the rules. Be kind to your fellow passenger. Don't drink a lot. If you already was drinking before you got on this plane, now you only have some coffee or tea.
I have a question.
But Auntie, I'm sorry. That's just putting more responsibility on them than what they already have to do. And they already ain't being paid what they deserve. But then also, what about just coming with etiquette? What happened to ever just, treat others how you want to be treated? And what am I
personal
supposed to
responsibility?
do? The flight attendant comes by with the cart and I can't put my drink on the daggone tray because you leaned all in the back of my lap. No, ma'am. Sit up.
I have a question. I wonder if flight attendants have unions. I really do.
Yes, they do.
Because
yes, they do.
because I could never.
You said sit up. See, I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all so mean. Delta have reclined. Listen, y'all. All I'm saying here is Virgin 8, my hat goes off to you, sis, because I just can't imagine. Stay up. That's right, girl. Stay up. Lift Virgin 8 up in prayers because she needs your passengers to get your life together and come on that plane with some manners.
But Diva.
Yes.
I keep saying, well, did the woman ask nicely? Why do we need to make people ask you nicely to stop doing something not nice to me?
Yes,
exactly.
Now, I do believe in being the first time should have been courteous. Hey, you're a little on my lap. You just sit up a little bit. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You should always be. I don't even feel like it's about being courteous. You should just be always polite in anything that you do.
Well, that's true. Well, yeah, thank you. You brought me back to my roots. Yeah. Thank you, Pastor.
Yeah, amen.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Say
you
amen.
ain't taking this too, gutter. Doc Willie said, Diva, did you see the pregnant girl attack a Spirit airline manager? And see, that's this is ridiculous. I gotta look this up. I don't know what's going on when these people get up in the air. Because they not actually
be able to get thrown
Spirit
off.
is already ghetto.
Kicked off a bus. You should be able to get thrown off the plane.
Oh my God.
Next stop. I don't know, the next state. Not in the air. Not in the air.
You
in a bus?
You want to get them a parachute?
She want to put a parachute on them and push them out the plane. Go.
No, I'm in agreement with Shan. Hover over the base.
I'm going to say this. I think that
no, Shan is right. Hover that plane over the baseball field and open the emergency exit and let them jump out. That's right, Shan.
Then y'all would act right. If you know there's consequences.
They need to really.
Go ahead.
I think we need to address this with the airlines, because the thing is, the airlines is giving these people a right to put their chair back. For us to do that is going to put yourself in a situation where you will be banned from flying, and they're going to say that you put everybody in that airplane in danger because you're up in the air, and this is the problem. Like. I think I mentioned before that my job in itself is a counselor. And one of the things I always say to the students when they're in a problem is that you are right in your situation, because literally something happened to you that was not right. But the way you react, by the time someone comes to help you, they don't see what the person did originally. All they see is the problem that you caused afterwards. And then no one focused on the original wrong that was done. They just want to fix the bigger problem that happened afterwards. So if this is such a problem, we need to get airlines to either make the plane bigger, like make the space bigger so that it can be reclined, or don't have them reclined at all. Because the point is, like, if you're buying a ticket that's not that expensive, maybe people should know that you just can't recline your seat. And maybe that would be
if the seat can be reclined, I got the right to recline. And hold on 1 second, guys. Virgin Love 8 said the brain cells get sucked up in the vents. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Your brain cells get sucked up in those vents. I'm coming to you, 1 second. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Diva, that I walked into the gas station today and there's a huge sign asking people to be nice. Come on, courteous, and do unto others message by the register. It's a shame that these reminders are needed. Come on, Paige. That's all.
We need more of those reminders everywhere. In the public bathroom, on the train, at work, in your apartment complex, at the pool, everywhere. Okay, the grocery store, the church, because y'all forgot.
I think I personally believe that we need to
for everybody.
The no-fly. You know how we have the no-fly list?
Yeah.
I personally think that people who do act up in planes should automatically be put on that list because it's disgusting. If you really, that's how it should be. You need to spend 5 years without ever being able to go on a plane after you want to act out. Point blank, period.
Okay.
Because, and I'm talking about the one who's reclining.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And I agree with Sebastian, because we can't put people on the no-fly list because they are offended and they're speaking up, because people have a right to speak up when they are experiencing discomfort.
Exactly.
And for anybody who has been put on the no-fly list after voicing a complaint, Please, we just talked about this last week with the gentleman who was pleasuring himself. All you have to do is go down there and cite mental illness, and they'll give you a misdemeanor and you can get off. That's all you got to do. But don't ever accept being banned from flying because you had to speak up for your rights. I don't think so.
Ooh, okay, listen, we about to pull this train into the next stop because y'all shocking me tonight.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to this one because I have a lot to say about her.
Okay, hold on. Y'all shaking the train. The train is shaking. Okay, hold on now. First, LL could not get a ticket to, the Rock Nation brunch. I mean, we got no forgiveness tonight. I did say the thing was forgiveness, but we're getting no forgiveness tonight. Okay, so LL's not getting a ticket to the brunch, and now the person who was inconvenienced on the plane, y'all saying whatever to her. Okay, she can't lean a chair back, can't lean back. Okay, so now let's move on and see how y'all feel about Eboni K. Williams. Okay, hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. Where we at with the likes? Okay, people hopping this train. See, people, we
are at
do need rules.
112 likes. We're at 188 people in the chat. Well, it just went up to 194. So please hit that like button as you are coming in the building as we are headed into 200 people in the room.
Thank you. Hey. All right, guys, we're moving into the last stop. It's Eboni K. Williams. Eboni is Eboni.
Troubled.
Eboni spent 1 year, 1 season on the Real Housewives of New York, and everything she do, she puts that on her resume. Real Housewives of New York. Okay, she got a right to though, but whatever. The girls over there at New York, they was pissed at her because they didn't have a reunion and they blamed it on Eboni. But we'll move forward. Eboni has a show now. She brought the queen up there, the guru. She brought Iyanla Vanzant that said, "Do the work." Said, "Do the work." Iyanla said, "Do the work." Okay, don't be complaining about your life. If you buckle up your seatbelt, so to speak. Keep your chair upright. Don't recline it. Okay, do the work. So she's there. She's talking to Iyanla, and they're talking about some stuff. And Iyanla said, come on now, Fifi, beloved. Come on now. Come on, beloved. Okay. She's talking to Iyanla, and Iyanla says, "Would you date a bus driver?" Eboni said, I'll date the owner of the bus company, but I'm not dating the bus driver. Now, there's a lot of people, this sparked a lot of energy, right? Because on one side, this one guy said he understands both sides of the coin. He said Eboni has a point. Because when men make their come up, okay, they don't have no problem picking a wife that they feel is on that level. So what's wrong with a female that's on a certain level saying, "Hey, I want to date on XYZ level"? Why is it that the Black woman is always have to go through the struggle?
Preach.
Come on, why we gotta have struggle love?
I can't wait to.
But the minute, we okay, come on, honey, what you want to do? You want to go to law school? We work at 3 jobs. We put you through law school. You open your law firm. We help you. We put the frauds in there. We help you bang the degree on the wall.
You better get some student loans because
Then you hire your secretary, and next thing we know, you with her.
This is the clip notes to the movie.
But let's hold on now. Let's share this article. Let's just see Eboni talk for a minute here. So Eboni, they want to drag Eboni for filth, but men do it all the time. Okay, so hold on 1 second here. Let me just move this so everybody can see. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what Eboni K. Williams tells Iyanla Vanzant she wouldn't date a bus driver unless he owned the bus. Okay, and social media reacts. Let's come down. There's Iyanla. The former Real Housewives of New York City star and TV commentator Eboni K. Williams told life coach Iyanla Vanzant she wouldn't date a bus driver unless he owns the bus, sparking a whole lot of reactions from the social media people. On Tuesday, Williams hosted a one-on-one interview with Vanzant about femininity and the differences between, being masculine versus feminine energy. Okay. As an attorney, Williams shared how difficult it was for her to show up in her womanhood regarding her dating life. However, Van Zant said black women lost their grace. Oh, good gosh. She said we done lost our grace as a result of not tapping into our divine power. Woo! She said, all right, let's hold on. Let's see what else we got to say here. She said, I think we lost our grace, the life coach said. We move in such a harsh and hard way. Well, who moving in a harsh and hard way now? Come on now, Iyanna, what? Grace, compassion, nourishing, elegance. How about majesty? How about
she's not lying?
How about holiness? This is not a language you hear coming out of most women's mouths. I mean, what? All right, let me continue. The 69-year-old then said that masculine aggressiveness. What? Some black women emanate is killing us. She reiterated a recent statement she made on the Breakfast Club saying that women are being trained to be men in skirts. Now, see, Yana, calm down. I like you, but she wilding out here. We being trained to be men in skirts. That's too much. Okay. Williams admitted Van Zant's statement triggered her as she identified with those traits within herself. She said, I actually think you're right, Iyanna, the 39-year-old said while sharing about her experience. I have yet to have a male energy that provided or protected me consistently ever, Williams said, referencing her absentee father. Here we go. You know what?
Daddy issues.
Not for that part. Not for nothing. Why every time people have a situation, they want to blame it on their absentee parent, whether it be the mother, father, whoever, and you 39 and you a whole lawyer. It's called a counselor. Get yourself a counselor, sit on the couch and get your life together. Whew, let's finish. This is a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad it's the last stop. Okay. Yeah. Now let me see, where am I at here? We said I think that I have taken on the reins to provide and protect for myself, because what I'm not going to do, Iyanna, is be without protection and be without the necessities of life, she added. But I say that with an invitation, Iyanna, check me. Show me the error of my ways. Show me how I might be missing it, because I might be, she added. Right? Let me see. Calm down here. Van Zant emphasized with Williams, stating that she is an alpha woman. She admitted to being a terrible mother, but a great father, while taking on that role and exuding masculine energy. She then advised black women to strip the masculine traits and tap into their authentic power. All the ladies out there, strip your masculine traits. Good gosh. This is it.
I mean, if the men would have masculine traits, we wouldn't have to do it. You know what I mean?
Come on, Shan. Tell the truth. Stay in church.
Oh, God. All right, I'm still very alpha, but I'm in my throne and my crown is straight, Van Zant said. During the conversations, Roland brought up statistics about black women being successful with college degrees and top earners in their chosen career paths. She didn't question how black women can position ourselves in our divinity when some black men are not in position to protect nor provide. Whoo, good gosh, this was heavy. Van Zant responded to Williams asking, would you date a bus driver? Okay, would y'all out there date a bus driver? If he owns the bus, Williams replies, if he owns it. That's a problem, Van Zant said, because the standards and requisites, the standards and criteria that we use to measure men is off for we are as women and who they are in this society. She continued, I would date a bus driver. He loved driving the bus. That's what Iyanna said. Mm-hmm. If he was a man of integrity, if he loved his mama, if he loved me well, I would date the bus driver. Williams' comments has since gone viral, and her colleague, Mark Lamont Hill, defended her. Black women are the only. Come on now, Lamont.
Speak on it.
Speak on it, like Candy said. Come on now. Black women are the only.
Like Candy.
The only demographic of people in this country who are systematically expected to date below their expectation and their income, Hill said. Y'all think black women should have a lower bar? This was what a conversation. I can't play it because y'all know this thing. I will only be able to play 30 seconds. It's so messy. Williams received mixed reactions on Twitter, with some users defending her and other black women for their dating standards, while others claim she is unrealistic standards for herself. Now, this person said, I follow Iyanla very close, and I read several of her books, but both of her ex-husbands were jobless and broke. And that is ultimately the reason why she's not married to them anymore, along with other reasons, of course. I'm not understanding why she said this to Eboni. So they're confused. So Iyanla thinks poor and unaccomplished males are happy and kind, that they are fulfilled and ready to love, provide, and protect. When the truth is they are bitter, jealous, and entitled and disrespectful. Oh, good gosh. Let me see. I'm gonna play a little bit and then we're gonna chat. You said no? Okay, I'm not. Okay, because I don't want to get dinged, right? Whew. Breathe, everybody. Breathe.
I can't wait to
I'm gonna breathe fire. Okay,
that chick said both her husbands are broke, and that's why she ain't with them now, but she want to give us advice to date down. Oh my God, where should I start? I'll start in the middle.
With me.
Okay, I'll start with you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm being pushy. I want to say a few things because this particular conversation morphed into something that it was not. Because it originally was Eboni asking, saying that she wants somebody that she can build with, and that's the difficulty she's having. And so Iyanla did gaslight this whole thing, in my opinion, because she went from Eboni saying, I want to just find a man I can build with. And then Iyanla went in with, would you date a bus driver? Now, Eboni, for me, was not quite, she wasn't thoughtful in that she was thinking about, I'll date a profession. I'm not dating a man. That's the problem I had with her response. Then today, or whatever, the next day, excuse me, when she went to clean it up, now it's about Black men, when her original response was, I've dated all kinds. And so that's how it got so ugly and muddy. But I will say this.
What?
When you are, I'm trying to figure out the nicest way to say this. In my experience, I know that my worldview is shaped by how I was raised and by whom I was raised. And my best examples would be each of my grandmothers, my maternal grandmother, and it's about their values, and it's this whole notion of class, classism, caste, and those things in that category. I learned from each of my grandmothers, neither of whom were fully educated in the academic sense. My maternal grandmother was pregnant with my uncle, dropped out of high school. Smartest woman I knew ever. She always read. So she wasn't unsmart. She was not uneducable. She was open and receptive. My paternal grandmother learned to read thanks to her children.
I know, Robin, because I got a full panel here.
Okay, let me just say this. I think the problem is that if you can find somebody that you share the same values and morals, that should be the basis of your relationship. If it's about us being in a similar status, as well as far as professions and such are concerned, that's crazy. I know for me, I have friends growing up. I live in the Bronx, never went to the projects until I was in my 20s. And I have very excellent friends who grew up in the projects. They're the smartest, most outstanding. They didn't come from gold spoons and stuff. But I think that when you limit yourself to what you see externally, then you miss out. And I think that Eboni is missing out, and that's why she ain't married now.
Whew.
Diva,
yes.
I have to go, but can I just say something about this real quick?
Course.
Okay, because I'm about getting tired of Eboni. All right, so I liked her in Brony. I know a lot of people had controversial opinions. I personally liked what she brought. I liked her perspective. I understand the women thought she was always lecturing them and giving them like class notes or whatever. let's talk about her relationship. All right, so here's the thing about Eboni. So I once heard an analogy that I'm going to share with y'all, and it said, so like for example, when you're like looking for a home, right, on Zelle or whatever,
you
have a lot of options, right?
Yes,
you
come
have,
on, you talking. Go ahead.
You can have a pool, you can have 4 bedrooms, whatever square footage.
Yes.
The more options you put, the more narrow your search is going to come. So, and listen, Sham, before y'all come, I'm not saying
you talk, go ahead, talk.
I'm not saying settle, because there are some checks in that checklist that you absolutely need to have, right? Some moral beliefs, whatever. But when you are so picky, your options are going to be so slim. And let me tell you, when I was done with Eboni, she had a boyfriend, right? During the pandemic, she publicly said that she left him because he chose to be with his kids during the lockdown. And she was like, well, he chose his kids over me, so no. That's when I was done with her. And maybe, like Robin said, that's why she's at the age she is, has no kids. Has no husband, and she said she was going to freeze her eggs because she doesn't know what's going to happen.
Ooh, child. All right, Emmanuel.
But y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all.
Catch you next time. You dropped the bomb before you left the building. I was going to say, whoo. All right, Royer, what are your thoughts? Eboni said what she said.
Eboni said what she said, and I kind of agree with Iana. I feel that this is just my opinion, and the people may tear me up, but I do feel like the women have lost the lady in them. One thing I love about my girls is I just love, I love a classy, elegant, just classy lady. I just love it. And I feel that our girls, our ladies have lost respect for themselves. I mean, to me, in my opinion, men never have respect for themselves, so that ain't nothing I'm ever expecting out of them. But ladies, it's an honor and a privilege to be a lady and to be a woman. When I think of a lady and a woman, I just think about my mother and how classy and elegant she is, and how she has never, allowed a man, to define her or, make choices for her. I feel that Eboni, allows her, in my opinion, her statue of where she is in life, to lower her expectations of a man, in my opinion. Because I'm with the Yama. What's wrong with a woman making more money than a man? As long as they're doing something and bringing something to the table, I don't see what the issue is. But then again, that's on a man's perspective to be able to handle that. I just feel like she's looking in the wrong places. What's wrong with dating a bus driver? I would definitely date someone who doesn't make as much money as I am, as long as they're providing and bringing something to the table that is bringing value to our lives, then, But I do think that our ladies have lost, class and elegance, and I would love to see that come back in our ladies. I would.
Oh my. Ooh, child.
You don't think that our young ladies have lost class and elegance, Diva?
Ooh, you said ladies, now you changing it to the young ladies, because I'm losing breath over here. I need to be resuscitated because a lot's going on right now, but I'm just listening. I'm listening and I'm trying. The train is shaking and I'm actually holding on, and my seat is not reclined.
Mo said a good comment.
What are your thoughts? Okay. What are your thoughts?
Can you hear me okay? Because I dropped my phone.
Yes.
Sweet Black Jesus. So, Iyanla and Royer, I love you. But y'all want women to have respect and class for themselves. Just to date men who have no respect and class about themselves, because that's what you admittedly said. So that doesn't even match. That doesn't even go together. Iyanla, from what we just saw on the screen that Diva read, Iyanla is an enemy of Black women, if that is the new message that she is trying to portray. And it's clear to me she's on the Kevin Samuels payroll. It's no other way. And she is not to be trusted, even when she tells the truth. So we can just scratch her off the map. Why isn't Iyanla dating a bus driver now since she would date them and she's so eager about it? It's plenty of them out here that are single. Go to California. Go to New York. How come Iyanla's not dating one and married right now? Eboni said what she said. And I wish more Black women would truly wake the hell up and stop glamorizing this struggle hood love. You settle for sloppy seconds and mediocrity. I will not. I won't. Know who you are, Black women. We deserve luxury. Come on now, we're on the Gray Hair Diva channel. Do y'all know what gray means? Gray means elegance, intelligence, and balance. And so, as a regular on the Gray train, I'm going to exercise my elegance and intelligence and balance goals and tell you all, I'm not getting on no bus with you. I'm not. I'm not taking no drug charges. I'm not paying your child support. I'm not fighting with your baby mamas. I'm not doing any of that. Don't tell me nothing about no Black man's potential. Just don't even go there.
Why does he not have to have class because he works for a bus company? Why does that mean that he doesn't have?
I didn't say that he didn't have class. That's not what I said. I didn't say he didn't have class because he worked for the bus company.
You're equating a man who doesn't have a job to a man that works in a bus. What are you talking about? That's what you said. That.
Wait a minute. You said to me, Black women, you miss. Maybe you didn't say Black women, you say young ladies. I miss when ladies had respect in class. Men never had it. My response to that is if men never had class and respect, why are we asking women? Who are the women with class and respect going to date? The men with no class and no respect?
But what makes you think that a bus driver can't offer luxury?
Excuse me?
What makes you think that a bus driver cannot offer luxury?
Well, find me a bus driver that is willing to buy some red bottoms. Point them out to me, Robin. I love
to see the man from the
train is shaking. The train is shaking. Security.
Wait, I want to finish.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish. Let her finish. I'm about to call security. And Chef Kev, shut the drink card down. Think some people have
y'all
enough
gonna hate me.
All right, go ahead, E.
Society, Black men especially, and some male identified Black women want other single Black women to date based upon potential. Potential doesn't matter.
No.
Like Robin said 2 weeks ago, you date for the here and now. Would you be able to love me and spend the rest of your life with me if I never change right now? So I don't want to hear anything about any potential. As Black women, do you know how many Black women don't fulfill their true potential because they're busy working and taking care of kids, and we delay fulfilling our own destiny? But you want us to pick up a man who's lollygagging through life and leeching his way to the next best thing. No. And this reminds me of when we spoke about Nia last week also. The man cheated all over the news and blogs. It's on CNN, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, The View. This man gets caught with his pants down, and then everybody turns on Nia like, you ain't gonna stick beside him? No. Somebody even in the comments, and my point for bringing this up is because whenever women stand up for themselves or we decide to leave and make an exit, we become the villains. And the same thing in the comments that Diva just read. Somebody said, what did they say? Because I wrote it down. It said, Eboni's standards are too high and they're unrealistic. The only way that people would think that her standards are unrealistic is because they know it's not enough Black men who can meet the expectation. So because Black men are failing their duty as men sometimes, and I'm not talking about because he is a bus driver, I'm talking about men in general. Because there are some Black men who fail to rise to the occasion, they expect Black women to bring ourselves down instead of saying, you know what, go ahead and date outside your race because that's the best answer. And we need to be honest that the government, and people are going to hate this, the government has done more for women and children than some of these Black men in our communities as far as shelter, food, clothes, and education. I'm talking about consistently throughout generations because Black men have not always been in the household for whatever the reason and still don't show up as they are supposed to. And lastly, y'all know I'm long-winded, so I'm going to conclude with this. Black men in today's society want to be catered to as if they are white women, okay? And they want us to be the driving force in our own communities, like we are the white men. When you really think about it and you sit back and look at how particular Black men are with their preferences, because Black men have some unrealistic expectations, but they hide behind the word preferences, and they have women so socially conditioned to thinking that it's okay. Now the women are saying it, well, a man can have his preference, but when a woman states her preference, all hell breaks loose. So we need to make sure that we are being fair when we talk about our preferences. And lastly, this is the true last thing. This, when we talk about a woman speaking for what she truly wants, I don't have a problem with that. But as other women, when we come into these spaces, it should be safe for women to listen and show empathy and compassion to another woman, even if we disagree. But I can see some people are in the group chat right now, okay, and they are trying to do damage control for the other side. And I'm tired of when Black women speak up and have standards, we get torn down by both sides of the gender wall. And the reality is, Black men are the most incompatible man of all the races of men. If you look at the statistics, I'm talking about Black women are divorcing Black kings, the white women are, the Mexicans, and the Latinas, and they being left with mixed babies, and they're not getting much child support. The divorce docket is full. So Black women, keep your options open, keep your standards high, and if you have to be alone for a little while, enjoy yourself. Some journeys are only meant for one. You teach people how to treat you, so treat yourself damn good. It's a one-woman show sometimes, and you better do your biggest one.
Listen, E, I need to clear one thing up that E said. I want to clear something up. E.
So wait, hold on, Robert, because I got 6 other people to get to.
But she kind of misconstrued and kind of mashed up something I said, and I need to be clear. When I said you need to be able to deal with the person in front of you as they are today, if nothing ever changed, I meant that 100%. What you talked about was, well, I could get with him, and what if he don't? I'm not talking about what if he don't. I'm talking about who he is here and now. Period, point blank. The same thing with me. Can you take me as I am if nothing changes? That's important.
I didn't understand. I understood that correctly.
Okay, hold on.
I'll shut up.
Security, security, hold on. The train is shaking. I got 6 other people to get to. Let me get to them. Hold on 1 second. Hold on tight. Everybody grab the straps on the train because the train is shaking. But we're going to try to slow it down. Adele, what are your thoughts?
I think we have to look at the context of the conversation, because I know Eboni from New York, and I know her from different things I've seen her on the breakfast program and just little things here and there. She always crossed as, she brought up her father missing from her life. She brought up her partner that went away when she was in the pandemic. And I'll start with her time in the New York series. I watched the New York series before, not all the time, but just for empty fun. It was a horrible. It's horrible in the sense that it's not a good message, but it's something you watch as something empty. You're not going there to learn something. I liked how she came in and she started where she was educating the ladies. But what happened was, it felt like she was on a soapbox the whole time she was there. She never put down her guard for you to know her as a person. It just felt like she just wanted the women to hear what she wanted to say it, like she had a thing that she wanted to accomplish, and everything else didn't matter. That's what it came across as. And I'm a Black person, and I'm all about Black power and all of that. But what happened was, it's like you will lose people if all you want is your message to be heard.
Adele, because I want to speed up the train a little bit. I want to circle back. Let's circle to her comments now. She said she wouldn't date a bus driver. She would date the person who owns the bus company.
Yeah, okay. And I think Yolanda was trying to say to her when she said that was, it's not really about the bus driver. It's like, what do you want? And if to get what you want, you'd have to drive to date a bus driver. Would you do that? And what she got from that was she's trying for me to let go of all this, my list, which some women have, this big giant list. And she was saying, like, look at your list. maybe there's certain things that you have to cut from your list to get the essential that you want. And then it becomes this whole conversation. Now it's about black men. Someone else brought it up. Her original conversation wasn't about black men. It was just about finding someone who,
no, she did mention, I listened to it. She did mention, she said, I dated everything in between.
Exactly.
And then she circled back. See, here's the thing. If you throw something out your mouth, especially when it's a public platform, you got to be ready and articulate enough to speak on it, right? So she changed her thing around because you never know what the reaction is going to be when you say something, right? Here's the thing. I just want to throw this out there. The guy, her coworker, made a very valid point. Why is the black woman the only person in the world that's held to this standard that we got to lower ourselves down to help her wise up? We got to do struggle up. We got to do struggle up. Oh, understand him. His mother's hurt. This one left him. That one left him. He doesn't have a job right now. Why do we got to do that? But a man in other cultures, they can stand up and say, I want to marry somebody who went to school, who did this, who has a head on their shoulders, who's about to go somewhere and is walking a certain path. But you
want to know why, Diva? You want to know why? Because the women in the other cultures, they respect themselves. They show themselves as lady and women.
You have to keep in consideration. A man that she's asking for probably wants a 20-year-old. And it's very realistic. What she has to do is that the man is taking the 20-year-old, but he's also losing a lot of other things. He's probably going for her body, not for her mind. So in her situation, as the one that has the money, she has to figure out, okay, maybe I can't get the other person that like I wanted, but I have to figure out my version of that. What is it that I can get that's going to satisfy my need? Because even the man that has a lot of money is not getting everything he wants either, because he's probably going to get like the girl that looks good, but most of everything else is not there. So it's our culture right now that's the problem. It's not really about saying to her, you cannot get this. I don't think anyone could say to her, you can't get what you're asking for. It's just like
having a conversation with me and you telling me to lower my standards and maybe I can have love. You are telling me I can't get it.
But the bus driver himself, just by being with her, could probably get opportunities that he couldn't get before and could upgrade himself. Like Beyonce said, upgrade me. Like just because you're with a person that can help you to get into those doors, maybe she'll be the catalyst that helps him to be better. Who knows?
Thank you. I'll leave let me move on. I still got 4 or 5 other people to go to. Shan, what are your thoughts?
Selective outrage.
Come on now.
She didn't say nothing wrong. The woman have standards for herself. I bust my butt, 12-hour shifts, staying up all night, studied hard in school. I'm sorry. You got to come with something. Like, I have my life together, this and this. You have to come. I'm sorry. She has standards. She's looking for certain qualities in a man, and that's okay. Take the bus driver part out of it. I think she's just saying, I got myself to this level where I'm successful, and I want somebody to match my success or elevate it or be a little bit more.
That's it. That's all. Shan, you said it perfectly. Thank you so much. Sebastian, what are your thoughts?
First, I want to say,
love. What's the point? That part.
I'm gonna say this. First, I love every one of y'all on this panel.
No disclaimer. What I'm about to say, just do it. Just do it. Just get into it.
I am gonna come in full throw in, pow blazing. Okay. Eboni is allowed to have those standards, but when you have certain standards, there are certain consequences. When you look at yourself every day in the morning and you are 39 years old, not married, and don't have anyone, clearly the standards that you set for yourself are very
maybe she doesn't want to be married.
Unachievable.
They're
very much unachievable. Her standards that she has set for herself. Because as Adele did mention, we're going to have to talk about it. A man that she's seeking for, someone who does make a lot of money, who probably owns a bus company, is not going to seek for a 39-year-old woman. It is just a proven fact. A man most likely will seek for someone who's probably in their 25s or someone who's going to be grateful, or you know what, and actually might seek a woman who is lower than him because he's gonna know. No, don't you dare call security.
Security. Go ahead.
I'm completely sober and I'm completely coherent. A man at that age is not going to take anyone who is already at the type of level of Eboni. No, absolutely not. She needs to acknowledge that. I'm saying this. Okay, he's a bus driver. But so what? He's a bus driver.
Wait, hold on, Sebastian. Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish. But y'all, you know what I love y'all. Sheila Mac, thank you so much. Ask Tia Mori about Struggle Love. Holla, okay. Ask Mary J. Blige about Struggle Love. Holla. Why do we always have to do this? Go, Sebastian.
Wendy Williams.
Struggle Love. Come on now.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos' girlfriend. She's 50 plus. Come on, baby queen. Y'all are coming through tonight.
But who did he cheat on with his ex when he was married to Mackenzie? Who did he cheat on with? That's the question I have. I'm gonna say this.
Yes,
Eboni, she can have her standards.
Yes.
She can have her standards all she wants. I'm not saying she can't. But when you are 39 years old and those standards, you are at the point in your life where you may not even realize them. So she's just going to have to acknowledge that. And Iyanla said nothing but the truth. And I hope Eboni takes a look in the mirror, because her character really did show on Roni when she said that she left her fiance because he went to stay with his kids during the pandemic. That showed how gutter snipe she is and acknowledges how she could have been the most evilest stepmother in this planet. I said what I said.
You said what you said, but Kat, thank you again for some more examples. Sherry Shepherd and her ex. I'm trying to tell you.
Sherry needs to go take care of that baby.
There's a price to pay for Struggle Love. Okay. Julius, what are your thoughts?
Now, if I'm working to get myself together, this is how I look at it.
Come on, holla.
I look at it in the table philosophy. And I have to say, I have to call Iyanla onto the carpet. When she asked her the question about the bus driver, it was a little bit draggy.
It was.
There are plenty of men out there who have jobs as bus drivers, but what we don't talk about, they could be the CEO and be out there driving, but it's because they love what they do.
Yes, facts.
Speak on it.
Facts.
So I just wanted to address that and hold Iyanla to an account on that. Like I said, I look at the table philosophy. If I'm getting my table in order, you need to get your table in order.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to help you get your table in order if I'm working on me.
Come on, Julius.
And I need to see that you're working on yourselves. You need to show me. Because we always talk about self-accountability. Self-accountability is in play here. Because if I'm getting myself in order, I don't care if a man is working in the damn grocery store or in the fast food or whatever else.
Right.
If he is on his hustle.
Yes.
And I ain't got to tell him nothing.
Hello.
He bringing that money home.
He
affording me. He affording himself.
Yes.
If I lose my job, I know he got it without
come on.
any kind of stress.
That part. We good.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
Right.
Come on now. And I'ma just be honest. Both sides of genders need to have a coming to Jesus moment.
Oh, woo. Call everybody to the church building. It's a prayer going on. Can we get an amen in the chat? I'm just trying to tell you.
Because nobody wants to introspect and work on their table. Work on your tables, people. There's nothing wrong with it. And the thing about it is, what Iyanla was doing, she knew she was stirring the pot.
She did. But that's what she do. She thought she was back on her show. She thought she was back on Fix My Life. Fix Your Life.
That's what she was stirring the pot. And it's just like, and we have this conversation constantly, even in our personal life. It's like folks just want to live blindly. No. You gotta sit back and observe by the action and continue working on yourself in the process. Folks sometimes don't want to do the work. Do the work.
Do the work. Do the work. Come on now, Julius. In my opinion, what are your thoughts on this situation?
I'm so glad you got to me, Diva, because I've been up here pacing, okay?
I know you have. I'm here.
Listen here. First of all, let me tell you something. Ayana done played on all y'all top, okay? Let me tell you something. First of all, can't nobody give me no advice that ain't got what I'm trying to get the advice for, first of all. I ain't listening to nobody who ain't married, ain't got no successful relationship going, first of all, okay? I ain't dropping my standards for nobody. But my man better make sure he got enough to pay my bills for me. Now, I don't need him to, but he better have enough that he can pay my bills, take care of my responsibilities, and I don't have to. But and if you can pull that off on a bus driver salary, hell yeah, I'll take you. But if you can't do that, then no, it ain't nowhere for me to go with you, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not going to knock my shine so another nigga can have heels, okay? I'm not a trophy. I ain't no toy to play with. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I want to be treated as such.
Exactly.
Woo, child. The train ride. Well, Chef Kev?
Well, Ebony's a grown-ass woman, and look at her now. She don't got no one either.
Ooh, hold on, Sebastian.
Maybe she doesn't want anyone.
All by myself.
Sebastian, live a little longer, baby.
Yeah, hold on, guys. Chef Kev.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
That's a lot to unpack here. I'm just letting y'all know I'm the bartender. Y'all made me pour some tequila. You know what I mean? I had to pour me a drink because y'all was going there. Okay, so I'm just kind of break this down a little bit. First of all, I don't like the attack on black men. As a black male who's been raised by a man who sperm I didn't come from, who has raised kids who didn't come from my sperm. I never made a bunch of money, but through the grace of God, I made it work. I paid for proms and paid for graduations and hair and nails and so forth and so on. And I don't want to be looked at the value. Now, there's a video, wish I could share it, of a pastor speaking about how we value people based on monetary success instead of based on their value as a person.
Come on now.
And he made a comment where he said, a brother come to church with a nice suit, gives a good offering, you want to make him a deacon, but you don't really know his true relationship with God. We get caught on the monetary values. So if a man treats you well, but he could only afford 9 West as opposed to red bottoms, does that mean he's a bad man? Now, you have a right to have your standards. I'm going to give you some barbershop talk because something we say in the barbershop. When women start giving monetary value, you're putting a price on your coochie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we look at you. We just look at you as a high price trick. Mm-hmm. That's how we look at you.
Damn.
So I'm just telling you, and this is from men I'm talking men who make 6-7 figures to men who make 5 to whatever. I have worked in high price restaurants, and there are beautiful people on this panel. You can't touch the women in these rooms. You cannot physically touch. Some of these women look built like somebody took a computer and put them together. I mean, no stomach, just straight up flawless. So when you see a 50-year-old man who worth millions, he not checking for you. He checking for that dime piece or whatever. And a lot of times, the women will accept his infidelity to have that life because they're running around and they're coming to a restaurant with another woman. But guess what? I'm riding the Maybach. I got the red bottoms. And to me, you're devaluing yourself for monetary success.
What?
So to me, I look at it like this. You can have your standards. It's not going to shade me. I know who I am as a man. I know what I bring to the table. But let me tell you this. I live in a world called America. Mm-hmm. And 3 years ago, I watched COVID break out.
Hold on 1 second, Chef Kev. I'm gonna let you finish. But the train is shaking, and I'm feeling like you're drinking the product in the drink car. Okay, so go ahead. I feel like you're drinking the product, but go ahead.
I agree with you.
I got my Cuervo Gold. It is what it is. But what I'm saying to you is, go back 3 years. Go back 3 years.
Come on,
I know what I was making, and COVID came. And for what I do as a chef, a lot of us got hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my first job interview, which I was already dropping myself to get a job. The man next to me was a head chef of a hotel in Times Square. I know he was making $200,000+. And he had to move out of New York to move down to live with his brother. So if it's based on monetary success, the bottom could fall out. Do you have my back if the bottom fall out? See, what y'all talking about is no good baby daddies, all this other stuff. I'm gonna tell you this about races, because I hang around a lot of races. Every bad thing you say about a black man, I've seen it from a white man, an Asian man, a Spanish man, a Jewish man. I've seen it from all of them. So to sit here and say, oh, well, you go outside your race, just like with women. There are women who are or whatever, good or bad, of every race. I met them all. Okay? So to sit there, you're looking for a good person. If you don't care dating outside your race, God bless you. Do you? Do you? I've seen things. Come on. The stuff I've seen, I can write books on things I've seen.
Well, Chef,
I've seen 7-figure weddings where women at the 7-figure wedding was cheating on the husband at the wedding. I'm saying is this: y'all valuing people on monetary success. If the bus driver is a good, God-fearing man, and he brings home his paycheck, I don't care if he brings home his paycheck, and this man works double shift and whatever to make sure you and these kids have what y'all want, what y'all need. But the bus owner, the guy who cuts the checks, he out here ripping and running around and doing whatever. You're going to accept that over this? We have to stop.
Hold on 1 second. First of all, yes, the train is irrelevant. First of all, I see, Chef Cap. Let me say this to everybody, right? Whether you got $1 or $1 million, there can be character flaws. Point blank in a period. Okay. You said one part of your story, Chef Cat, was that these women that you seen, they flawless. And that's who the men want. So it's funny how, again, we go back to a man can have what they want. Yes. They like. Yes. But the minute a female says something about money, with gold digging whores with no type of sense of, anything, because we're focused on money. But if hold on, Chef Kev. If a man says he wants somebody who has nice boobs, a nice booty, she cute in the face, and all of that, and that's all she got, that's their standards and their preferences.
Correct.
But if we say that one of our preferences, standards, whatever word you want to use, is money, then we not focused. We're lost. We're focusing on money. We're some gold digging whore. Why is it that one standard is judged differently based on another standard? A standard is a standard.
Can I finish? Can I answer that question? Can I answer that question? I let everybody else talk. Can I talk, please?
No, you can talk, but give me 1 minute. Thank you for the super chat. So are women of other races selling their stuff when they bring men home? They are asked by their families what they do, and that, come on now, what do they do, and will they be able to provide? It's embedded in them to pick a provider. What's wrong with that, right? Hold on 1 second. Thank you for that super chat, and thank you for that comment. Hold on 1 second. Don, what did I walk in on? You walked in a train that's shaking and it's off the tracks and it's a mess. Okay, but it's based on Eboni K. Williams and Iana's conversation where she said something about, not when she dated a bus driver. So hold on, Chef Cap, because I heard you and I was listening. And my thing is, everybody, whether you make a nickel, dollar, dime, you got a standard. Everybody does. So my thing is, it seems like every time a female says she wants some security in the form of money, people lose their natural mind. Is that's all you think about? What about the character of the man? Well, we can find a character of a man that has some money in the bank. Listen, a long time ago, there was men. I met one man in college, said, I'm not going to even ask the person that I want to marry me until I am stable. and still I can provide for them and have a house and a home or whatever. What is wrong with that? Why do we both gotta go into a corner and struggle? If you want to save up your funds so that you can come to your future wife family and say, you know what, to the father, I got your daughter. Now let me tell you this. I said this before. My dad is 84 years old, and he did not, like you are saying, Chef Cap, he did not work all these high-level jobs and all of that. He did not. But can I tell you this, to this very day, there ain't nowhere I go with my dad and I got to dig up in my purse. My brother, we taking my mother's birthday is tomorrow. On the weekend, we're taking my mom to see Michael Jackson, the Broadway play. Everywhere I go with my brother, I don't never dig up in my pocketbook. Everywhere I go with my brother-in-law, I don't never dig up in my pocketbook. So all I'm saying is, like you said, raise, right? When you raise with a certain standard, what is wrong when you about to go out in the world and get yourself a mate that you want to not have that same standard? Why are we looked upon as so crazy just because we say we got a standard? Just the same way somebody say, you know what? I want the man to be God-fearing. What's the difference to say I want the man to be God-fearing and have some money? Dear God, when you pray at night, say, dear God, bring him to me tall. Bring him to me with some vision and bring him with me with some money. What's the big deal? I'm going to let you speak. Let me read this super chat. Thank you, Sam, for the super chat. This narrative that a financially stable man lacks more. Come on now. And ethics needs to stop. Holla. It needs to stop. Women should seek to marry while it's, I don't know what this say, to meet the right one. Come on. Go ahead, Chef.
At university.
Okay, so my point is I'm not, like I said, if you have your checklist, right? And this is your checklist and you want this man with money, fine, that's cool. What I was responding to when she was talking about if a woman chooses to struggle, that's her choice. Right. She attacked black men. I'm defending black men. That's what I'm defending right now. If you want a man making $700 million, God bless you. If that's what you want, that's what you want. I'm not going to take that from you. I know what I bring to the table. But what I'm saying to you is, don't judge me because my pocket ain't as long as his. Don't devalue me and look at me the side eye. If, matter of fact, tell me what you want up front so I can leave you alone and move on to the next one. But don't sit there and you know you want to do making $711 million, but you want to go to dinner with me for a free meal. Leave me alone. Leave me alone from the door. But I have no problem with that. If this woman wants to date the man owner of the bus company, fine, that's her standard. But I'm sitting there saying, ain't nothing wrong with the bus driver. Don't devalue me because I'm the chef of the restaurant and I don't own the restaurant. That's my whole deal. So that's how I look at it. When you start saying black men and black men, why do we gotta attack each other? That bothers me. I hate when black men talk about, because black women, but everybody does good and everybody does evil. Everybody, there's no one. Everybody does good and evil. Everybody cheats. Everyone lies. So my thing is, it's good that everybody does good standard. Every race does is stand-up people. You go after what you want. If whoever floats your boat, you sleeping with them, not me. So whatever you do, but I will not sit here and sit there and let people, especially our people, devalue black men when I'm around good black men on a regular, and I am one of them. I will not, because don't judge me because some dude can buy you red bottoms and I only can afford 9 West. Don't judge me on that one. Don't judge me like I'm some bad person when I've never been to child support court. Don't judge me like some bad person when I haven't been to jail and not looking to go to jail. I don't owe taxes. You know what I'm saying? All my bills are on paid. All my bills are on time. All my bills are on time. Thank you, Jesus. So I don't sit there and so don't sit there and value me. It's like this. Because here's the standard. I wanted to bring this up because I dealt with this in my marriage. there is a such thing as daddy issues. Because when the woman is put in a situation where she has to be male and female in her household, sometimes she doesn't know how to move out the way.
Read the
Because if
Don's chat.
if a man can't be a man where he's at, he's gonna find another place to be at. And I think that's the downfall of some women. And the last thing when she said the government has done more for women and children, the government has done more because the government will not help you out if there's an able-bodied man in the house.
So, okay, thank you, Chef Kev. Hold on one second.
Me and Chef Kev go together now.
Wait, hold on one second. The Don.
Real bad.
Holla at your girl right here. Ain't no black, white, yellow, green, red man from Mars coming to me wanting to marry my daughter on a dream. I'm sorry. Take care of her the way her daddy did.
Well, that's what my daddy told my husband.
In Ebony's case, Ebony did not even have a daddy in her life, so she should not be
Y'all
having
being
all these
pregnant.
This is bigger than Ebony right now. We're talking about black women.
Guess
This
what,
is bigger
though?
than Ebony.
This was an amazing
Wait,
conversation.
can I say one thing?
Hold on, guys. The train is about to pull into the last stop. You ain't coming to me with a dream. This ain't Martin Luther King. I had a dream. Okay? You better get your dream together, then knock on my door. I'm sorry. It's a point blank and a period. And if you don't like it, then you don't like me. And that's it, and that's all. I'm going around, and I mean literal. I mean seriously. 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Hold on. Let me read this super chat. Why is it an attack when we tell black men to level up? Come on. I grew up with black men telling us that gold digging is bad, and now we have a generation of women who have their own based on that advice. Holla! You told us to stop gold digging. We leveled up. Everything we do, y'all got it's a backlash to it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
just like
we do,
everything we try to do is a backlash to us too. Y'all kill me with this BS. Get out of here!
Oh my god!
Get out of here! Get out of here. And Diva, you know you ain't right. You ain't right. But whatever. Whatever.
Why can't we have both? I've met some.
Why can't we have both, Shan? Why can't we have both?
What I'm trying to say is y'all think men who are successful. Success mean different for everyone, right? That means their characters like messed up and flawed, and they a woman beat and this and this. No, there's some people with both. They have good characteristics and they're successful. They can meet you where you are, or they're further than where you are.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, Chef Kev. You be proud. Paige, thank you for your comment. I agree with Chef Kev.
Diva, did you see mine?
Not his mixed cocktail, y'all petty.
No, I'm drinking my tequila straight.
In my opinion, if you want to go ahead,
I ain't got no ice in it, nothing.
I gotta pull the tray.
We listen. We hear from. In my opinion, yes.
Go ahead. You had something to say. Go ahead, cause y'all killing me right now.
Yeah. Here's the thing. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Okay. First of all, stop taking things. If nobody's talking about you, stop taking it personally. Okay. Because let me tell you something. As a black woman, okay, that's raising male black adult kids, both sides of the fence. I have boys and girls, okay? I'm teaching my kids not to be the same level people that they bring at home, okay? Because let me tell you something. My boys have brought home some shady looking little girls. Hell, now I told them, don't bring them scallywags to me talking about some meet this girl. I don't want nobody to meet me that ain't on the standard I'm on. I already told them, don't bring them damn scallywags here. Let me tell you something. If it don't apply, let it fly. Okay, that's my standard. Okay, Chef Kev, you might be the best man in your tax bracket. It's a woman out there that's gonna want you, that's gonna take care of you. She's gonna be evenly yoked to you, and that's gonna be the one that's made for you. You see what I'm saying? For Eve, it's gonna be a man that's gonna be evenly yoked for her. Okay, he gonna be on her standards. He gonna be able to take care of all her needs the way she want to. He's gonna be evenly yoked. That's what you look for when you're trying to find a man. You want one that's evenly yoked. Okay, fuck the money. Okay, because money can come and go. You want somebody evenly yoked that's gonna be able to hold your ass down. Rain, sleet, shine, or snow, okay? If your house burned down tomorrow, you need a man that's gonna be able to pick you up, get you at the hotel until he can get you another house, okay? And fill that bitch right on back up.
Period. Wait, hold on. I just missed my darn super chat. I was gonna read it. Hold on. Woo. All right, hold on, because we called the train. The train is in the last stop. Hold on. Seeking a provider male does not
a gold digger
makes. Stop vilifying women for wanting the same as other women. Holla.
We can't say that though. There are races that have there are races of women who have dated who don't have high standards as black women.
Sebastian,
it's just a fact.
We
need to talk about that.
Listen, the train.
Sebastian, you still a baby, okay? You just like my baby. You still playing on the merry-go-round, okay? You still got milk behind your ears and everything. I'm gonna need you to live a little bit, okay? Let some of these damn women say your hard on up.
Okay, listen. I love y'all. Again, my train was shaking. It got off the track, but we had a great conversation.
Oh, and Diva,
yes.
Let me tell you something. Okay. So the next, I'm gonna tell these black men this, okay? If you stand in the projects, okay, don't pull up in your best friend car because you ain't got one trying to holler at nobody, okay? Because you can't afford it. Okay? If you can't afford to get you a car and somewhere to stay, don't come speak to no black woman, okay? If you can't afford to pay for diapers, milk, and yes, they high as hell. If you can't afford to pay for diapers, milk, a crib, a bassinet, a car seat, all that out of one check, then don't put your thing inside somebody wrong, okay? You need to strap that thing up. You need to strap it up like you in the army, okay? It's too many deadbeats out here can't afford their baby.
Sometimes we gotta empty the train.
Yeah.
No explanations needed.
Thank you.
We got to pull it into the station, call it a night.
The drink cart is closed.
Yes, the drink cart is closed. We're closed. We're in the last stop. I guess I should have named tonight No More Scrubs. Okay? No passengers ride on the backside, whatever she said in that. No scrubs. No scrubs. That's it. Listen, guys, I love your great conversation. All I can say is, oh my, the train was shaking. But guess what? We did it. We made it through. We all had a good time. I'll see her next time for Trending Topics. Oh my gosh. But wait a minute. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? So tomorrow night we'll be over there at Roy's World because we're doing the next part of Dear Mama. Ooh. It's on FX. It's on Hulu. Go over there. Make sure you subscribe to Roy's World. Okay? Roy, throw it in the chat. I got to go. We got to go. Love y'all. Bye. Bye.
Cue Mary J. Blige. Yes. Not gonna cry.
SIBK said the train is crashed. I need to get the
because if the train goes off the track, pick it up.
Bye, y'all.